I'm an idiot. The whole time, thinking this load was picking up in Franklin, Kentucky. It's actually picking up in Franklin, Indiana. But it's about the same distance away as Franklin, Kentucky was. So it didn't put me too much further in the wrong direction. Oh. Get this pre-trip out of the way and get down the road. I've been sitting here 20 minutes now. I'm waiting on my dispatchers to get with the broker because the pickup numbers we have doesn't jive with their system at all. I have two different pickup numbers. Neither one of them has anything to do with their system, so we can't get picked up. We use the system in the trucking industry. Basically, we're given a code that will go into their computer system that will tell us that we are here for the load that we're here for. Otherwise, even if we have all the other information, like what we're picking up and where it's going, they can't verify that we're actually supposed to be picking it up. That's how they verify things, and we don't have the right number, and we can't get a hold of the broker to get the right number. So that's fun. It happens every now and then. It's only happened like once or twice in my career where we just couldn't get the numbers and we just had to go do something else. But it usually doesn't work out like that way, except that it's a Sunday. So getting a hold of somebody might be a problem because it's Sunday and the people at the brokerage company may not have anybody who can find what we're looking for. So all we can do right now is sit and wait and hope they find something, because I just hate that kind of crap. But can't do nothing if you don't have the right information. You know, get here on time, late, but it doesn't matter if you doesn't have the right information to pick the load up. It's now been an hour. I've been sitting here waiting for a pickup number that actually works. And I called back like 10 minutes ago to Hirschbach, and the guy I talked to said, well, I don't even see any emails on it. In other words, nothing's been done. So I've been sitting here waiting for nothing. I got this idiot behind me that for some reason didn't notice there's 3 lanes he could have pulled up into. Anyway, it's frustrating. I could have been loaded and out of here by now. We can't get a hold of the brokers. We've gotten one reply, but nothing to do with the load number. That was like a half hour ago. I just told Hirschbach, like, look, I'm not going to sit here and plug their gate up if we can't find load numbers. I'm doing nothing. There's a truck stop 6 miles up the road, and if I'm going to end up having to park there, I'd rather go there now so that I can find parking, because it's getting later in the afternoon. And the later it gets, the harder it is going to be to find parking. There's 2 truck stops up there, and they both fill up pretty quick because there's a lot of traffic up and down these highways up here. So heard anything back from them. It's 3:40 now, Eastern time. Supposed to pick up at 2. I was sitting in their line for like an hour and a half. They weren't getting too grumpy, but you know, they were starting to get busy, and there's no sense in me sitting there clogging up their system if I don't have any information. And it being Sunday, I may not get any information, so maybe they'll put me on a different load this evening, but I can't pick up if I don't have the right numbers. It's been like every load this week has been one thing or another, but it's nothing that I can control. You know, I show up with the information I'm given, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I can't do anything about that. They wouldn't give me the number for the broker to try to call them. Like, they had to do everything through emails. It's like, you can't call somebody, like, get this figured out in a few minutes, or not at all. Like, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's an hour and a half later. They finally got a load number for me. It's 4:30. It's 2.5 hours past my pickup appointment, but I just talked to the customer support there at Interstate Warehouse, and they said that I just go back and refill out their arrival thing, and they'll give me a door when they give me a door. So, see how it goes. Explained to me that, yeah, they made me basically a work-in because I was so late getting in there. Even though, I mean, I was there on time, but we couldn't check in because they didn't have the right number, so I didn't actually get checked in until 4:30. But they got me loaded finally. I was on the phone with Wyatt, so I didn't record leaving there. I've got about 6 hours left I can drive today, which means I'll probably drive like 5 hours. I don't like leave myself in no time trying to find parking. So I'm going to try to get past St. Louis. There's a couple truck stops between St. Louis and like, oh wait, I'm not going down 44, I'm going down 70. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I'll still try to get past St. Louis if I can. And then there's several truck stops on the west side of St. Louis I can try. And that'll be like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, so maybe some people will start leaving because it'll be Monday morning by then. Either way, I had planned when I got there to, you know, get most of the trip done today and then roll right off a break and get there something like 5-6 hours early, check in for my load. That's what I did last time, and they let me check in and let me get it unloaded early. That would have put me at the truck stop at a better time of day. But since all that crap happened with the load numbers and stuff not being correct, I have just enough time to get to Hutchinson like an hour before my appointment, which is going to be 7 o'clock at night, which means I'm not going to get empty until 9-10 o'clock at night, and then I got to try to find somewhere to park. So that sucks because there's 2 truck stops over there, and they will most likely be full by the time I get done. But we'll figure something out, hopefully. honestly don't know what happened. I set my alarm clock for 12:30 and it never went off. I woke up at 2:30. I'm now going to be 2 hours late. That's the first time that's happened. 7-8 years. I think my phone updated or something, and it just didn't go off. The only reason I woke up is my dog shook his head and wagged his tail somewhere, and I'm going to be very late. Let's just hope this place will take me tonight, and then it won't be a big deal. But if they refuse to unload me because I'm late, it's going to be a problem. And it's going to mess with the next load. Sorta. I'll have enough time to just enough time to pick up the next load. Picks up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning in Salina, Kansas. So I'll have to do a split break at the receiver here when I get there, and haul butt over there to Salina as soon as I get off, like a 7-hour break. being about an hour and a half late. So they're going to take me. He said I might have to sit out here for a little while waiting on a dock, but they're going to definitely take the load tonight. So it's a big relief. I'm not sure, they may still try to jack with my check because I was late, but I don't think so. I think as long as they take it, and I can still go pick up that next load tomorrow. I just have to take a split break and just have enough time to go pick it up, because I still have almost 5 hours left on my drive time. So as long as I stay off duty from now till about 5 a.m. So even if they get me out of here at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I can off duty drive over to the truck stop and find a place to hang out. I probably won't find a place to park, but I can hang out for a couple hours, just as long as I'm not in anybody's way. And then go over to Salina by 6 a.m. and go pick up that next load. And then I can go to bed. I'm pretty sure. Let me see what, I think it delivers the next afternoon over by St. Louis. Let's see here. I think Bridgeton is St. Louis area. Let me look that up. Yeah, Bridgeton's over by St. Louis, and it delivers the next afternoon. So not tomorrow afternoon, but the next day at 1. So, and then my next load picks up the next morning in St. Louis, Anheuser-Busch. I can't stand that place. They have really ridiculous rules, and it's like, it's a pain in the butt to get in and out of there. And the last 3 times I went there to pick up a load, the load was either incorrect. Like last time I went in there, the stuff I had said it was picking up that day. The stuff that they had said it wasn't supposed to pick up for 2 days. So they ended up switching me on a different load. And then it was the same day, like the next day I was supposed to pick up out of there, and then they canceled that load. So I guess that's up in the air still, whether we're going to pick that up or not. And then that'll deliver to Oklahoma City 6 a.m. the next morning. So today's going to be Tuesday here in a couple hours, right? Yeah. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That delivers Friday in Oklahoma City. That'd me going home. So I'd be going home from OKC Friday morning. Right? 7, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm going to cut this video here, because as soon as I'm done delivering here, I'm not going to get any sleep tonight. I'm just going to hang out. It's like I might try to take an hour or 2 nap, but I'd be afraid I'm going to sleep through a freaking phone call. I really shouldn't be, but my phone just didn't go off this morning. I'm going to have to get me a separate alarm clock that's reliable, since how my $1,000 phone isn't reliable. Like, you think it would choose priority over an alarm clock over a freaking software update. But what happened, because when I opened my phone, it was like starting up, like it had done a software update. And it did a software update in a place with low cell phone signal. So it shut down and took forever to reboot, and my alarm clock never went off. So thanks, Samsung, for screwing me over today. It just so happened that they're going to take this load, and it's not the end of the world, but it could have been a big deal. I could have got here and they could have refused to take me, and then I wouldn't have been able to get my next load picked up, which means I wouldn't have been able to get my home time load picked up. Could have screwed my whole week up because my phone decided to do a software update instead of waking me up in the morning. So I guess I'm going to go buy a $15 freaking alarm clock so that I can guarantee I can wake up in the morning. Since this is not the first time my phone's done this to me. Even in the last like month, it's screwed me over like that. So I guess I'll get a cheapo alarm clock. Hi, Diesel. He's checking in on YouTube. What are you doing, buddy? Diesel? What? Come here. Hi. My truck's just screaming at me for no reason. Anyway. I'm going to chill here, wait for this load. I'll edit this video and then I'll start the new one, you know, leaving here and going picking up this next load. Or, well, you know, going and hiding out. Depends on how long they take to get me unloaded tonight. I kind of hope they take all night. Like, if I was leaving here at 4 in the morning, that'd be perfect because I could just run up to Salina from here. Wouldn't have to jack around with going to the truck stop and hiding out for a little while. And go pick up this load at 6 o'clock in the morning because the Salina is about an hour away, a little over an hour, depending on several factors. And that would be perfect if I was getting out of here at like 4:35. I would not complain. Usually it would be annoying to sit here all night, but I would not complain. So, well, I told him, buddy, he had a long day too. Oh, what's up, bud? Oh. Don't you kiss me. Don't you kiss Daddy's ears. Alright. Thanks for watching. I'm going to edit this one and start the new one when I get over into the dock door. Well, that didn't take long at all. I've been here 10 minutes. They've already got me in the dock. So it might take a while for them to unload me, but already getting the dock. Forgot to lock in the tandems. Oops. I need to see Daysall. Lay down, buddy. Good boy. I was fully expecting to wait around for a while, and I've been here 10 minutes. They already got me in the dock. So they're just not too busy. I'm the only truck they got back here. I think they're going to try to get me unloaded pretty quickly so they can go home. Scoot over to the left a little bit. That'll do it for this video instead. I'll start the next one leaving here. But we're pretty much done here. We're in the dock. Couldn't ask for better. Glad that they were cool about it. They let me in the door. Things happen, but sometimes these receivers are not gracious at all. So these guys were real gracious. Let me go ahead and get in the dock and get unloaded. So all the, you know, props to this place, because a lot of places don't, man. They don't have any grace, and it was all on me. It was all my fault. You know, I definitely shouldn't have happened that way. But I can blame my phone, but I ought not to be relying on something like that. But it's like, all right, I'll just get me a cheap little alarm clock. Even then, you know, things get unplugged. You know, but I'm pretty hard on myself with this stuff because I pride myself on being on time. Like I have a really great record, and every now and then something like this pops up and it makes me look bad. It makes my company look bad. You know, not great. So, but we're past it now. They're taking it. All's well that ends well.
Thanks for watching. Bye.